about this piece? Well, I sketched it on my lunch break at work, and I came home and started painting it. Pretty much, I really hate the sketchbook paper. It was absolutely awful. It warps and pills pretty much immediately when you start using it, and it dulls the colors too. So today I was trying to pretty much put on the watercolor paint as thick as I possibly could, so then maybe it wouldn't go all weird and gray. I mean, because that orange that I mixed up there is actually really brilliant in color, and on regular watercolor paper it would be like this crazy bright bold orange, and here it looks like a super toned down pale grayish orange. And I don't know if that's just this particular sketchbook, you know, like there was maybe something wrong in the manufacturing practice or what. My good fellow watercolor friend suspects it's because we live in a desert versus everyone who, you know, raved about this sketchbook lives like in a more humid area. Apparently that affects how paper takes in water somehow. But yeah, it also crazy absorbs once you put the water on, and so it's pretty much impossible to get a flat wash. But you know, I bought it while I was at a con in Denver and cost me like $25, which is pretty much how expensive I've ever, like it's the most money I've ever spent on a sketchbook, which is, you know, kind of insane. But I'm a regular person. Pretty much all of my extra money goes towards buying more art supplies. Can't afford this kind of expense, and so I'm just a little bit bitter about how expensive it was. And yeah, but I spent the money, and yeah, for me it wasn't the right choice. Of course, I'm a watercolor artist, and this paper has pretty much no texture at all for the watercolor to stick on. It doesn't seem to be sized, you know, just it probably would be a great sketchbook for like pencils and that kind of thing, but it's just terrible. Like, I cannot get the colors to be the way I want them to be, and so pretty much every time I use this I'm like, ugh. But I'm also, because it's so expensive, on average this is actually 5 times as expensive as any sketchbook I use, especially because I make my own sketchbooks for the most part. Comment below if you would like to see the process behind that. To keep costs down, I make my own sketchbooks, because I found that I wasn't painting because I was literally doing the math every time I used watercolor paper, you know, and so I got my costs down to 25 to 50 cents a painting, which is a lot easier to deal with price-wise for me to justifiably work on things. But yeah, I'm just trying to get the sketchbook full just so I don't have to feel like I have to use it anymore. And I mean, for the first bit it was actually motivating me. I was filling the sketchbook much faster than normal, but I'm like a little bit past the middle in it now, and I hate it so much that I'm actually putting off drawing. So now I'm allowing myself to use my other sketchbooks or to paint on loose paper, because I'm just not working and I'm getting out of practice and things are getting ugly, because when you don't use skills, they go away. And, you know, it's not worth trading off my progress to save some money spent on sketchbooks. Well, now that I've ranted angrily about how terrible the sketchbook is, let's quickly talk about the piece. Pretty much nothing was working quite right, and, you know, but it's a sketchbook. You're supposed to do your screw-ups in there, and that's kind of the point. Get out the ugly art so then you can make good art, you know, level up your skills, yada yada yada. I absolutely despise the color scheme on this. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, there it is. Sketchbook stuff. Now you know what my ugly stuff looks like. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do, you do you, and I'll do me, and we'll have a good time. Thanks for watching and have fun.